My child, stop and look at me. I interrupted you on purpose. This is not random. This is not another passing moment in a busy feed. This is an appointment I scheduled with your soul. Do not scroll. To leave right now is to return to the same circle of questions and the same fog of confusion. To stay is obedience. To remain is agreement. I have brought you here at this exact time because I am confirming something you have been too weary to hold by yourself. Your prayer did not vanish. It was received. I have watched you in the late hours when the room goes quiet, but your mind will not. I have seen the tears you press back during the day and the ones that finally spill at night. I have heard your whispered questions, the ones you haven't said out loud because you were afraid to hear the answer. Did heaven go quiet? Did I miss something? Did I say it wrong? Is the door shut on me? My child, I was there in the room when you prayed, and when you ran out of words, I heard the groan in your chest. I counted the sighs you thought were wasted. None of it disappeared into the air. Every syllable, every ache, every unspoken sentence came before me, and I did not turn away. Listen carefully. I am not speaking to entertain you. I am speaking to reposition you. You have been standing in the hallway between what you asked me for and what your eyes have not seen yet, and that hallway has felt long, loud, and lonely. But I am here to steady you for the final stretch. You wondered if you were talking into an empty sky. You were not. Your prayer moved, and heaven moved with it, and I will show you how to recognize it, even before the visible answer arrives at your door. Do not rush past this. Breathe. Place your hand over your heart and say softly, I am listening. Again, I am listening. Let those words become a doorway I walk through. I want your attention because attention is where I write my instructions. If you give me your attention now, I will give you what your anxiety could not: clarity, peace, and steps for this hour. Here is my promise to you in this message. I will walk you through 7 signs, clear, layered, and timely, that will confirm your prayer was received and that the answer has already begun to move toward you. These are not guesses. These are not vague comforts. These are markers I place on the path so you do not lose yourself in the waiting. And hear me, the final sign will bring you a deep peace about timing that will silence the false deadlines the enemy has pressed upon your mind. Stay with me until the end so that you do not carry half knowledge into a whole battle. You have been tempted to measure my faithfulness by how quickly the surface changes, but I am teaching you to read deeper currents. I am not absent from your process. I am present in it. I am the one aligning what you cannot see, stopping what would have harmed you, protecting what I promised, and preparing your heart to hold what you asked me for. You are not forgotten. You are being formed while I finish what I began. I know what you left unsaid when you smiled in front of others. I know the names you carry, the bills you fold and unfold, the doctor's words that shook you, the dream you pushed into a drawer because it hurt to look at it. I know the moment you doubted whether another prayer would matter. Hear me, your prayers do not evaporate, they accumulate. Your tears are not evidence of my silence, they are seeds I have counted, and in the timing I appoint, they will break the ground. Right now, I place a choice before you. Return to the noise of scrolling, or remain with me and let me settle your spirit. Staying is not passive, it is warfare. Silence the other tabs, quiet the other voices. Set this moment apart, because what I am about to reveal to you will require your agreement. Say this softly. I agree to listen. I agree to receive. Let your own voice be the first act of faith in this moment. You have asked me for a sign, and I am giving you 7. You have asked me when, and I will give you peace about timing. You have asked me how, and I will give you instruction. But I am also doing something deeper. I am restoring your expectation. You started protecting yourself from disappointment by calling it wisdom. You lowered your hopes so your heart would not sting if it took longer. My child, I am lifting your chin. Expect me again, not because you are trying to manipulate outcomes, but because I am faithful and I am near. Here is our covenant for this time together. Remain until the end. Hear every sign. We will name what you have been feeling but could not articulate, and you will know where you are in this journey. If your heart is willing to receive confirmation and guard your faith, type Amen or Yes as your agreement. Your agreement matters, not to prove anything to me, but to steady your own soul in what I am saying. I am not late. I am not lost. I am not waiting to see if you will fail. I am the one who started a good work in you, and I am the one who brings it to completion. Before the answer knocks on the visible door, I am giving you confirmations within you, peace in places where fear lived, clarity where fog sat heavy, steps where you felt stuck, and strength where you thought you had none left. I am not teasing you with hope. I am anchoring you in truth. Let me be plain. Your prayer was received. It is not in a queue that might be missed. It is not buried under louder voices. I hold it. I am acting on it. And I am preparing you to recognize the movement so that when the answer arrives, you do not sabotage it with panic or dismiss it with doubt. Stay with me. Listen closely. We begin now, and as we count each sign together, I will meet you with the peace you have been chasing and the assurance you have been needing. My child, hear me with your whole heart. You are not begging, you are declaring. You are not groveling at a closed door. You are standing under my authority, agreeing with what I have willed, and calling it into order in your life. Prayer is not you trying to twist my hand. Prayer is you taking my hand. It is alignment, it is surrender, and it is decree. When you pray in faith, you step into the river of what I am already doing, and instead of pleading from the bank, you move with me. This is why I brought you here, so that you stop treating prayer like a gamble and start treating it like agreement. When you spoke to me, I did not wait to see if I liked the sound of your voice before I listened. Before a sentence formed fully on your tongue, I knew it. Before the tear rolled, I counted it. Before your eyes searched for a sign, I moved in places your eyes cannot go. I am the God who works in secret and reveals in due time. I am the one who sees in the dark and rewards openly. I do not ignore you and then force you to perform to get my attention. Your prayer reached me because I am with you, and being with you means nothing you surrender to me vanishes. Delay does not prove neglect. It often proves design. Delay is not me withholding good. It is me arranging good so it arrives without destroying your peace. Hear me. When a seed is planted, the first miracle is not on the surface. Roots form where no one applauds. Depth happens in silence. Strength is woven where eyes cannot watch. So it is with your prayer. I am deepening, softening, aligning, and protecting before I unveil. I am adjusting hearts that will touch your answer. I am closing doors that would drain you. I am timing conversations you have not had yet. I am moving wisdom toward you so that when the answer stands in front of you, you will know what to do with it. You asked me for breakthrough, and I began in the places that hold everything together. I went first to the foundation because walls raised on rush and panic collapse, but walls set upon wisdom and peace will hold what I give you. You asked me for restoration, and I began in the heart, because what is reconciled on the inside will outlast a performance on the outside. You asked me for provision, and I began with protection, because I will not send resources into a leak. You asked me for direction, and I began with stillness, because my steps are not heard by those who drown me in worry. Trust what your eyes cannot audit yet. Trust me in the hidden. There is a discipline I am calling you into now, what you do with your words. Fear says, It must not be working, and then reaches for the loudest complaint to prove it. Faith says, "It is working even when I cannot see it," and reaches for the promise to steady the soul. Fear interprets delay as denial, and it begins to prophesy failure over what I am still forming. Faith interprets delay as preparation, and it speaks life over what I am arranging. Guard your mouth in this hour. Do not curse your own harvest, because you cannot yet see green above the ground. Do not agree with dread. Do not give your timeline the authority that belongs to me. Say this softly, even now, I align with your timing. I agree with your wisdom. I refuse to speak against what you are building. Let your own words become shelter for your faith. Speak this when you wake. Speak it when your phone pings with another concern. Speak it when the day is quiet and your mind tries to fill the silence with worst-case pictures. Speak what you believe, not what you fear. Repetition is not weakness when it is filled with faith. It is the hammer that strengthens your frame. I want you to understand how prayer moves before the answer stands in front of you. It moves in hearts. I soften, convict, and persuade. It moves in doors. I close what will wound you, and I open what will bless you. It moves in protection. I keep you from traps you did not know were set. It moves in timing. I slow what would outrun your peace, and I accelerate what would expire your hope. It moves in wisdom. I bring counsel to your path so that you do not hold a gift with unprepared hands. None of this looks dramatic at first glance, but all of it is mercy and all of it is motion. You have felt me nudge you away from impulsive answers that glittered but did not carry grace. You have felt me draw you into quiet when panic tried to drag you into noise. You have wondered why certain conversations stalled, why certain people fell back, why certain plans felt heavy, even though they were possible. Hear me. I have been shepherding you through a terrain you do not fully understand yet. My rod and my staff are not punishments. They are protection, guidance, and comfort. The restraint you feel is not rejection. It is stewardship. I am guarding the answer even as I guard you. Now listen closely, because this matters for every day ahead. I am training you to separate spiritual sensation from superstition. The signs I am about to walk you through are not charms, not numbers to chase, not coincidences you strain to manufacture. They are holy patterns of my presence. Peace arriving where panic used to live. Conviction clarifying what compromise once blurred. Repeated confirmations aligning from different directions without your forcing them. They are the way I shepherd your attention so you do not miss me in a crowded hour. Keep your heart clean from striving to make signs happen. Your role is to watch, to agree, and to obey. As we count the signs together, expect to recognize yourself. Expect to feel seen. Expect me to put language to what has been living unnamed in your chest. And when you recognize a sign, do not run ahead in presumption and do not fall back in fear. Stand with me. Let the recognition produce worship, not worry, obedience, not overthinking. If your heart agrees, type Amen or Yes as a stake in the ground. Let your agreement be visible to your own eyes, because your ears need to hear your faith in this hour. I am not setting you up to wait forever. I am not dangling hope to test how long you will hold your breath. I am teaching you to breathe in rhythm with me. My child, take this into your spirit. Delay is not proof I ignored you. Often it is proof I am arranging what your eyes cannot see yet. Let that sentence become a shelter in your storms. When the clock argues, when the fear rises, return to it. I am arranging, I am aligning, I am not late, I am precise. And when I say now, you will not be rushed. You will be ready. So we will move forward. We will mark the signs. We will guard your mouth. We will keep your mind stayed on me. And as you learn to declare instead of beg, to align instead of scramble, to speak life instead of echo fear. You will notice something shifting inside you even before anything shifts around you. That is not imagination, that is formation. That is me preparing you to welcome what I have already set in motion. Stay close, listen well. We begin the count with courage and with peace, and I will not leave you alone in any step of it. My child, this is the first sign. The moment you prayed with sincerity, the war got louder. Pay attention to the pattern. Right after you set your heart to agree with me, distractions multiplied, exhaustion pressed heavy, little misunderstandings turned into sharp edges. Doubts you thought were settled began to whisper again. That is not coincidence. That is collision. Your prayer landed and movement began, and momentum threatens the structures that once felt at home around you. The ground beneath old patterns felt the tremor of your agreement with me, and they are rattling on their way out. Do not romanticize this. When light enters a room, what was hiding looks for shadow. When truth stands up, lies scramble. When peace takes root, panic tries one more time to be heard. You prayed, and something shifted. Now the resistance is the announcement. The enemy does not waste resources on what is going nowhere. He throws noise at what is about to change. If your phone suddenly feels like a magnet for meaningless noise, if your body feels heavy for no clear reason, if your mind tries to spiral over small things that never used to own you, hear me. This is not proof that prayer failed. It is evidence that prayer worked. I want to teach you the difference between my conviction and the enemy's condemnation, because in moments like this, both voices try to wear the same face. Conviction is me drawing you closer. It is clear, specific, and hopeful. It will name a step and hand you the grace to take it. It sounds like, release that conversation, apologize for that sentence, turn off the noise for an hour and sit with me. When you hear conviction, even if it stings, you feel me near and your heart softens. Condemnation, on the other hand, is shame dressed like insight. It is vague, heavy, and final. It declares, you always fail, you never learn. Why pray at all? It does not offer a step. It steals your breath. Conviction leads to repentance and restoration. Condemnation leads to hiding and quitting. Here is a simple test for this hour. After the voice speaks, do you want to pray more or less? If more, it is my conviction making room for life. If less, it is condemnation trying to sever the line between us. Reject it. Tell it no. Bring your whole heart to me and let me wash the mud of accusation off your mind. I do not call you into despair. I call you into alignment. Reframe what has been happening in your days. The sudden expenses, the missed calls, the strange tension with someone you care about, the fatigue that rolled in when you had finally found a rhythm. Do not interpret these as punishment. Recognize them as pressure. Do not call this abandonment. Call it opposition. I am not pushing you away. I am leading you through. The enemy is attacking what is about to change. When you lifted your voice, you declared a new order over your life, and the old order does not surrender without a last noise. Remember, storms are weather, not verdicts. Turbulence is not a sign the pilot left the cockpit. It is a sign you are passing through a layer that does not want to make space for you. Let your mind be renewed. Do not interpret turbulence as God left me. Interpret it as God is moving and the old pattern is breaking. Say it even now, quietly, but with resolve. I refuse to misread this war. I call it confirmation, not collapse. My child, your words matter in this moment. Do not let your mouth agree with fear. Do not rehearse defeat. Speak life. Speak alignment. Speak what I have said over you. You asked me to open a door, and I set my hand to it. You felt the handle turn, and immediately a voice told you to expect the worst. Do you see it now? The threat you feel is not the measure of my absence. It is the measure of the old way losing its grip. Keep your focus. Close the unnecessary tabs that multiply your anxiety. Simplify where you can. Guard your sleep like a gate. Eat what strengthens you. Step away from the conversations that resurrect cycles I am burying. This is not legalism. This is stewardship. You are in the final stretch of a hallway you thought would never end, and your attention is precious. I am not asking you to strive. I am calling you to stand. There is a difference. Striving sweats to prove something. Standing holds the line I already drew. Put on the words I have given you like armor. When thoughts come like waves, answer them with alignment. It is working even when I do not see it. I am being prepared as the answer approaches. I will not give my agreement to fear. Some days you will feel it, other days you will simply choose it. Both are obedience. Listen to me closely. The war getting louder does not mean weakness is winning. It means exposure is happening. Traps hidden in the grass are being surfaced so you do not step into them later. Fault lines in relationships are showing not to shame you, but to guide you into healthy boundaries. Exhaustion is trying to sit heavy not because you are lazy, but because rest is a weapon the enemy fears you will learn to wield. Answer fatigue with gentle discipline. Short prayers through the day. A breath that returns your mind to me. A refusal to drink panic as if it were insight. If your heart has felt the pressure spike since you prayed, mark this moment with your own voice. Type, "I will not quit." Let your agreement leave your lips and leave an imprint your eyes can see. You are not announcing stubbornness. You are choosing endurance. You are not pretending the battle is easy. You are declaring that the battle is not your compass. I am. I am with you in every rotation of this storm. I am not pacing heaven wondering if you will survive. I am settled. I am steady. I am directing angels on assignments you do not yet know about. I am closing doors you did not have the strength to close for yourself. I am shielding your name where it could have been mishandled. I am putting cooling shade over the parts of your heart that have been sunburned by relentless heat. Keep walking with me. Keep your confession clean. When condemnation snarls, answer it with my kindness. When chaos spikes, anchor to my peace. When distraction claps its hands, turn your head back to me and whisper, "Here I am." The war intensified because something shifted, and that something is not going to shift back. You are not being set up to fail. You are being formed to finish. Do not measure your progress by the noise level. Measure it by your obedience. Measure it by your ability to return to me again and again without self-hatred. This is how you win in a battle that thinks sound is strategy. You choose stillness inside. You keep your declarations true, and you refuse to surrender the ground we have already taken together. Take courage. This sign is not a curse. It is a confirmation. The pressure you feel is the proof you are pressing through. Hold your line, guard your mouth. Stay at my side. What rose up to intimidate you will soon serve as the testimony that you did not quit and that I did not leave. My child, listen closely. This is the second sign. You keep getting pulled back to pray again, not once, not twice, but again, at the red light with no music on, halfway through a text you were about to send, while you stand at the sink with water running, in the short break between tasks when your mind usually wanders, right before you fall asleep when the room is dim and your thoughts start to drift. You try to move on, but your spirit leans back toward me like a needle turning to its true north. This draw is not dread. This is invitation. This is my hand on your shoulder, a gentle but unmistakable tug saying, "Stay close to what is moving." You thought the repetition meant your first prayer didn't work. You feared that if you don't keep the words spinning, the answer might slow down. That is not what I am doing with you. Hear me. Repetition is not weakness when it is filled with faith. It is agreement. It is how you keep your heart aligned with what I already set in motion. It is the way you keep your ear to my chest, so you move with my pace instead of your panic. When I pull you back into prayer again and again, I am not asking you to perform. I am protecting your posture. I am keeping you tethered to peace, while pieces you cannot see line up perfectly. I want you to learn the difference between anxious repetition and faithful persistence. Anxiety repeats to control. It tries to force outcomes by stacking words on top of worry. It bargains, it clocks me, it sets deadlines and says, if not by this time, then I'll lose hope. Anxiety leaves you tight in your chest and agitated in your thoughts, measuring whether you prayed enough, like a ledger that must be balanced. Faith, however, repeats to trust. It returns not to manage me, but to be held by me. It comes back with open hands and a simple yes. It breathes deeper when it speaks. It leaves you soft, not frantic, awake, not wired, aligned, not exhausted. Ask yourself after you pray, did I try to control or did I choose to trust? Let that question shepherd your heart. This pull you feel is evidence that movement is happening. I am drawing you into little moments of alignment because I am releasing steps to you in pieces you can carry. I am sparing you the weight of the whole plan all at once. Think of it like waves of breath. You do not inhale once for the entire day. You return to breath again and again, not to earn oxygen, but to live by it. So it is with these returnings. They are how your soul breathes in this season. They are how you keep pace with me. Now practice this with me. Choose one sentence, a clean, simple line that will be your anchor all week, and whisper it whenever I draw you. Let it be this: Lord, I trust your timing. I will obey your voice. Say it now, softly, as if you are laying it like a warm cloth over a fevered mind. Again, Lord, I trust your timing. I will obey your voice. One more time, slower. Lord, I trust your timing. I will obey your voice. Let your breath follow your words. Let your shoulders lower. If your heart agrees with this covenant, type, I trust your timing, so your eyes see what your mouth has said, and your heart receives what your spirit knows. When you wake, whisper it before you reach for your phone. When you stand in a doorway, let the threshold remind you to say it. When you touch a steering wheel, let it turn your attention toward me for 10 quiet seconds. When you wash your hands, let the water cue you to release control. When worry knocks at 2 a.m., do not open the door with a storm of arguments. Answer with your sentence. You are not trying to convince me. You are calming your soul and keeping your agreement fresh. This is not performative. This is relational. This is how you abide. Do not scold yourself for returning. Do not say, I should be stronger. I already prayed. Strong is the one who stays near. Mature is the one who returns quickly. I am not irritated by your repeated turning. I am the one inviting it. Each return gives me permission to recenter you when you are pulled by lesser voices. Each return is like reaching up to take my hand in a crowded place. You are not a nuisance to me. You are my child, and I delight when you choose me again. There will be moments this week when the urge to pray rises suddenly, but you feel the edge of striving trying to lace itself into your words. When that happens, pause, say less, mean more. Turn your face to me without a speech. Place your hand over your heart and let your sentence carry you back to trust. 30 seconds of surrendered alignment will do more than 30 minutes of breathless fear dressed up as prayer. I am not counting your syllables. I am meeting your surrender. Understand this too. The reason I am drawing you back repeatedly is because your attention is a gate. I am guiding your thoughts away from self-sabotage and toward obedience. In these short returns, I will nudge you. Text this person now. Wait on that reply. Step out for a walk. Delete that draft. Forgive that memory. Prepare this document. Set this boundary. You will notice that the pull to pray and the clarity for small steps often arrive together. That is by design. I am making you agile in obedience. I am teaching you to hear a whisper and move, because the answer that is approaching will require a soft heart and a quick yes. And hear me, because this is the bridge to where we go next. After this season of being pulled back into prayer, I begin to cleanse what would sabotage the answer. You will watch certain habits loosen, certain conversations lose their grip, certain appetites dry up, certain connections fade without drama. Do not panic when it begins. Do not run to resurrect what I am letting fall. The next sign is the shedding, the holy making of room. But before I remove, I secure. Your repeated returns are me tying your heart to my peace, so that when I clear the clutter, you will not call it loss. You will call it preparation. Stay with me in this rhythm. Keep your sentence close. Let it be the thread you hold while I guide you through tight spaces. When you feel the pull, answer it without arguing. You are not being tormented by fear. You are being invited by my spirit. I am keeping you connected to what is already unfolding. We are moving, my child, and you will not miss the moment. Now breathe, whisper your line again, and watch how peace rises where panic once lived. My child, lean in now, because this is the third sign and it has already begun to touch your days. What no longer fits you is starting to fall away. You notice it in quiet ways at first. The group chat that used to amuse you now leaves your spirit tired. The show you could binge without thinking now feels heavy in your chest. That song that once numbed you now scratches against your peace. Certain rooms feel smaller, certain jokes feel sour. Certain habits you once excused now pinch like a shoe you've outgrown. You find yourself unable to tolerate what you used to negotiate. Do not call yourself strange. Do not label this as moodiness. Recognize the holy discomfort. Your spirit has expanded, and the outfit of your former season cannot contain who I'm forming you to be. Hear me with clarity. I am not punishing you. I am preparing you. Before the answer manifests where your eyes can see it, I purify motives, I secure boundaries, and I strengthen identity, so the blessing will not crush the vessel that carries it. You asked me for more, and I heard you. Now I am making you able to hold it without breaking under its weight. A greater peace requires cleaner gates. A greater responsibility requires steadier hands. A greater intimacy with me requires a quieter noise inside your soul. I am not stripping you in cruelty. I am stewarding you in love. When I prune, I measure every cut. I never take without purpose. I never expose without covering. I never say no without a bigger yes taking shape. Name the ache, because I see it. Letting go hurts. Some of what is falling away is not evil. It is simply not your size anymore. There are memories attached, inside jokes, familiar rhythms that once helped you survive. There were seasons where that friendship was a gift. That habit felt like a bridge. That environment offered familiarity when you felt lost. It is natural to feel the tug of grief when something that once comforted you no longer carries grace. Do not shame yourself for tears. Bring them to me. We will honor what was without worshiping it. We will thank me for what it gave you then, and we will release it so it does not steal what I am giving you now. There will be voices that accuse you of changing. I want you to agree gently. Yes, you are being changed. My hand is on your life, and when I reshape a heart, its contours will not fit every old container. If a room requires you to shrink to be accepted, it is not your assignment. If a conversation needs you to silence conviction to belong, it is not your counsel. If entertainment demands you mute your spirit to laugh, it is not your rest. I am not turning you into a critic. I am making you careful. I am not making you superior. I am making you surrendered. Sensitivity to my peace is not fragility, it is maturity. This is the instruction in this hour. Stop resurrecting what I am removing. Do not go digging up old patterns because loneliness visited for an evening. Do not send the just checking in text to reopen a door I closed in wisdom. Do not re-download what you deleted just to quiet the boredom of a Tuesday night. Do not re-enter the same conversation, hoping this time it won't drain you. When your spirit says, step back, obey without negotiation. Small separations now protect the answer that is approaching your door. The boundaries you set in private become the walls that safeguard your peace in public. I am not asking you to be harsh. I am asking you to be holy unto the purpose I've placed in your hands. If you sense my pruning and refining even as I speak, type cleanse me. Let your agreement stand in front of your own eyes so your heart knows you chose alignment. Say it softly too, cleanse me and keep me, prune me and use me. I welcome your hand, even when it means I release what I once held. In the coming days, you will feel gaps where clutter used to live. Time you did not have appears because I removed a distraction. A quiet you are not used to arrives because I hushed a noise. Do not rush to stuff the space with substitutes. Let the room remain. I am teaching you to breathe in a bigger interior. I will fill the space with my presence, with wisdom, with healthier connections, with rest that does not numb but restores. Leave room for the answer to land without chaos. Leave room for your soul to stretch without snapping back. Understand how this connects to what you asked me for. You prayed for healthy love, so I am clarifying your boundaries, so you will not call control care again. You prayed for opportunity, so I am cutting ties with conversations that sabotage favor the moment it arrives. You prayed for peace, so I am removing the entertainment that stirs panic even while it pretends to relax you. You prayed for clarity, so I am reducing the voices you allow to sit in the council of your mind. You prayed for provision, so I am shifting your spending habits away from impulse and toward stewardship. Do you see it now? The falling away is not random. It is rehearsal for the answer, so you can host it without losing your center. You may feel misunderstood in this season. Some will ask why you became so serious. Answer with kindness and consistency, not with defense. Let your fruit speak where your explanations fall short. Stay soft, but stay firm. Smile without surrendering the boundary I gave you. Decline without apology where I said no. Say yes with courage where I said move. And when the ache of missing what was rises like a phantom limb, bring it to me. Do not medicate it with the very thing I removed. I will comfort you in the in-between. I will give you companions who honor what I am doing in you. I will teach you to enjoy clean joy again. For some of you, the shedding will look like practical housekeeping because spiritual order and physical order often hold hands. Clean the drawer that collects weight you do not need. Donate the bag you keep telling yourself you might use someday. Unfollow the stream that continuously sows discord into your spirit. Silence the thread that keeps luring you back into cycles. Cancel the small subscription that feeds distraction. Open the window and let fresh air touch your space while you whisper, make room. These are not empty motions. They are outward agreements with an inward cleansing. My child, if things are falling away, it may be because I am making room for what you asked me for. Do not interpret the sound of release as the sound of loss. Interpret it as the sound of construction. I am building capacity. I am strengthening your yes. I am clearing the hallway so the answer does not trip on yesterday's clutter when it walks in. Trust me with the pieces I ask you to lay down. Trust me with the people I ask you to love from a distance. Trust me with the habits I ask you to replace with holy rhythms. I will not leave you empty. I will not leave you lonely. I am the one who fills, and I fill on time. Stay close to my peace. Keep your sentence nearby. Guard your gates. And as you honor this sign with obedience, you will notice the next. Peace will begin to bloom in the same places anxiety used to live, and you will taste the future before it fully arrives. My child, listen closely. This is the fourth sign. Peace is showing up in the same place anxiety used to live. The situation is not solved yet. No email arrived, no test came back, no door visibly swung open, and yet your shoulders lowered without you telling them to. Your breath slowed without a speech. Your thoughts, once like birds trapped in a room, found an open window and settled on a steady branch. You caught yourself smiling for a moment you did not manufacture. You stood in the same kitchen, you drove the same route, you walked past the same reminders, and somehow the noise inside went quiet. You wondered, is something wrong with me? Why am I calm right now? Hear me, something is right with you. This is not denial. This is my peace, and it is a sign that the answer is already on the way. My peace does not wait for proof to arrive. It announces what I have already set in motion. It is not ignorance. It is not pretending. It is not you numbing out or getting used to disappointment. It is me placing a guard at the door of your inner life before the courier knocks in the natural. Think of it like this. While evidence is still forming, I station sentries around your heart. My peace exceeds understanding. It does not require you to solve every piece of the puzzle to stand steady. It takes its post over your mind and your emotions. It says, fear, you cannot pass this gate. Panic, you have no passcode here. And you feel it not as a loud announcement, but as a hush that holds. You will notice this shift in small moments first. Where your stomach used to drop, it now remains settled. Where your nights used to stretch with rehearsals of worst-case stories, sleep begins to find you sooner. Where a name on your screen once triggered a tremor, you now feel no quake. That is not apathy, that is alignment. I am training your nervous system to live under my covering and not under the climate of circumstances. I am untangling your peace from outcomes so that outcomes cannot snatch it anymore. When you sense this river running quiet beneath the surface, do not question it into retreat. Welcome it. Whisper, thank you for your peace. Understand what is happening in the unseen. I am not only working on the situation, I am working on you. I am sealing the cracks where fear used to pour through. I am resetting the rhythm of your inner life so you are not jerked around by headlines and timelines. My peace is not fragile. It is not a thin glass sigh that shatters at the first knock. It is weighty. It settles like a warm mantle across your chest. It sits like a soldier at the threshold of your thoughts. When panic comes to rehearse its familiar script, my peace interrupts and says, we will not host that here anymore. Here is your instruction. Protect the peace. Stop rehearsing worst-case outcomes as if they were rehearsals for reality. Do not lend your imagination to the enemy for free. Pull back from the spiral. Refuse to partner with conversations that weaponize speculation. Step out of the loop that says, what if, what if, what if? And enter the stance that says, even if God is with me. Choose worship when worry knocks. Whisper gratitude when dread tries to draft you. Practice quiet trust when your old reflex reaches for control. If you feel the old panic tapping on the window, answer it with your sentence. Lord, I trust your timing. I will obey your voice. Say it until your breathing joins your words. If your heart agrees with this covenant, type, I receive your peace, so your own eyes witness your yes. Guard your gates in practical ways because peace grows where you declutter the field. Limit the scroll that keeps throwing kindling on old fires. Step back from the thread that disorients your focus. Choose a slower reply when urgency tries to own you. Let worship play softly in the background of your day. Take 30 seconds several times to breathe and return to me. Write down 3 gratitudes when you feel heaviness trying to reattach. These are not small gestures. They are how you host what I am placing in you. You are not trying to maintain a mood. You are stewarding a mantle. Do not be surprised if others misread you in this hour. Some will see your calm and assume you stopped caring. You have not stopped caring. You have stopped carrying what was never yours. You are not indifferent. You are anchored. Let them see the fruit over time. You do not owe anxiety as proof of love. You owe me your trust. When your body still registers old signals, an adrenaline flash, a shaky hand, do not panic about the panic. Let your body catch up to what your spirit already knows. Speak gently to yourself. Invite your flesh to follow your faith. Remember the difference between burying feelings and being held by peace. Burying feelings is a heavy lid. Peace is a sheltering wing. Burying disconnects. Peace reconnects. Burying makes you hard. Peace makes you soft and strong at once. I am not asking you to ignore what is real. I am teaching you to see more than what is visible, to sense my nearness as the most dominant fact in every room you enter. My presence is your policy. My peace is your proof that heaven has moved on your behalf. Let me give you a practice for this week. Each time you feel that hush arrive, 2 seconds, 10 seconds, a minute, do not rush past it. Acknowledge it. Hello, peace, I see you. Place your hand over your heart and say, rule here. Then ask me one simple question. Is there anything you want me to do next? If you sense no instruction, rest in the calm. If you sense a nudge, obey it without delay. Peace is not only comfort, it is also a carrier wave for guidance. I often bring peace first, then I send specific steps along its current. This is how you will know you are crossing into the next sign. Instructions will become clearer, sharper, and more precise. General hope will narrow into exact direction. I will say, send this email now, or wait 3 days, or prepare this document, or have this conversation gently today. Peace makes you agile to hear and quick to move. My child, when my peace replaces your panic before the answer appears, it is not random, it is a signal. It is the announcement that the answer is approaching the door of your life, and I do not want you exhausted on the threshold. Guard what I am giving you. Keep your words aligned with me. Refuse to prophesy disaster over a day I have already blessed. Fill your house with gratitude. Let your sentence steady you. Lord, I trust your timing. I will obey your voice. If you are feeling that inner stillness even now, mark it with your own mouth and with your own hands. Say, peace remain. Type, peace guards me. Let this agreement be a stake in the ground. You are not being naive. You are being led. You are not pretending. You are perceiving. I am with you. I am at work. Hold this sign close, host it well, and be ready, because from this place of calm, I will begin to tell you exactly what to do next. My child, this is the 5th sign, and I am doing it even now. I am giving you clear instructions, not vague hope, not a foggy impression you can't name. Specific steps that land in your spirit like a sentence with weight on it. I am telling you, apologize first. I am telling you, apply for it today. I am telling you, stop that subscription. Start this habit again. Rest on this day. Forgive them and close the loop. Set that boundary and keep it. Return to the discipline you laid down. Send the message you've been avoiding. Delete the draft that keeps you in a cycle. Have the conversation, but choose a gentle tone. Wait 3 days. Do not push now. Prepare what I showed you in private. This is how guidance arrives when the answer is near, clean, simple, direct. Hear me. When I start giving you specific steps, it's because the answer is no longer distant. It's approaching the door of your life. Instructions are the path the answer walks on. Obedience lays the boards under your feet so you can cross without sinking. Disobedience does not make me love you less, but it does force you to walk in circles around what faith has already asked for. I am not punishing you. I am protecting alignment. I will not bring a blessing into a posture that will mishandle it. Alignment is not about performance. It is about agreement. When you agree quickly, the path stays straight. This is where many lose momentum. My instructions often seem small, humbling, inconvenient, or beneath your preference. I ask you to apologize though you feel 60% wrong and they feel 40% wrong, and your pride protests. I ask you to submit the application when you are tired of being told no, and your fear protests. I ask you to end the half-innocent conversation that keeps flirting with compromise, and your loneliness protests. I ask you to rest when hustle feels holy, and your urgency protests. I ask you to show generosity when you want to clutch, and your scarcity protests. Do you feel the test? That tension is the doorway. Pass through it with a yes. Let me give you a filter so you can discern my voice from noise in this season. Ask of every instruction, does it produce humility, holiness, peace, and clarity? My voice will bend your heart low, not puff it up. It will call you apart from what stains, not license what entangles. It will set a settled calm within, even while it stretches you. It will make the next right step clear, not confuse you with a dozen panicked options. If what you are hearing breeds confusion, inflates pride, or binds you to fear and secrecy, it is not my instruction. Lay it down. If it coerces through shame, rushes you into chaos, or demands you betray the peace I just gave you, it is not me. My guidance may be urgent, but it is never frantic. It may be firm, but it is never cruel. It may be precise, but it is never manipulative. Do not overcomplicate what I am making simple. If you already know the step and you are delaying because it is small, you are standing at a locked door with the key in your hand. Put the key in, turn it. Tiny obediences turn heavy hinges. Make the call, schedule the appointment, cancel the plan that keeps you in a loop. Keep your phone down for an evening and let me rewire your attention. Go to bed on time and meet me early. Open the document and give me 30 honest minutes. Eat with intention. Set a budget and honor it. Step away from the chat that constantly injures your peace. Write the apology and release the outcome. Sow the seed I nudge you to sow. Rest when I say rest. Waiting with me is movement under my command. Some of you are waiting for a grand assignment while ignoring the instruction at your feet. I am less interested in your big gestures than in your consistent yes. Consistency is courage over time. Excellence is obedience repeated in the small until it shapes the large. You want the map, I am giving you a turn. Honor the turn, and the next stretch will appear beneath your steps. You are not responsible to create the road. You are responsible to walk the light you've been given. Guard your mouth and your mind here too. Do not talk yourself out of obedience with clever arguments. Do not crowdsource what I told you in secret. Counsel is wise. Crowds can be loud. Bring it to a trusted voice if that is the step, but do not parade your instruction for votes. Many lose their momentum by explaining instead of obeying. Others drain their strength by rehearsing the hardship rather than moving through it. Say less. Obey more. Let fruit speak. And hear me tenderly. If you stumble, if you hesitate, if you take one timid step and feel fear nip at your heels, do not collapse into shame. Step again. Correct quickly. Repent without drama and return to the path. I am training you, not trying to catch you failing. I am forming responsiveness in you so that when the answer is at your threshold, you are not exhausted by argument. You are awake and ready. Here is what I want you to do right now. Put your agreement in your mouth and in your hands. Type, I will obey. Let your own eyes see your vow. Then, privately, Write the one instruction you already know I have been whispering, the step you have been avoiding because it is awkward, humbling, or simple. Write it. Name it exactly. In the next 24 hours, complete the first piece of it. Not the whole mountain, the first faithful stone. If it is an apology, draft it and send it with humility. If it is an application, fill the fields you have been postponing and click submit. If it is a boundary, send the clear message and hold it with kindness. If it is rest, block the time and guard it like medicine. If it is a fast from what fogs your spirit, begin now. Mark the act with our anchor sentence. Lord, I trust your timing, I will obey your voice. Understand how this honors what I am doing with you. Obedience releases ease into the path. Delay multiplies friction. I am not asking you to earn the answer. I am asking you to host it. A house is not ready because it wishes. It is ready because it prepared. Open the windows. Clear the hallway. Lay out the welcome of obedience. You will feel the wind of my favor move more freely through a space you have aligned to me. Remember how I have led you before. There were days when a small yes changed the shape of a week. There were moments you chose honesty over impressing and peace rushed back in. There were doors that opened the very week you made a private correction no one but me saw. The same pattern is at work again. Nothing has been wasted. Every surrendered step becomes timber for the future I am building with you. My child, you asked me to lead you. I am leading you. Honor the sign. Move on, my word. Keep your sentence near your lips. Do not despise the small. Do not fear the humbling. Do not delay until you feel ready. Readiness grows as you move. The answer is approaching the door of your life, and these instructions are the sound of its steps in your hallway. Take my hand, say yes, and let us walk this last stretch together. My child, listen. This is the sixth sign. The door is moving, but it looks like delay. You are staring at a hallway that seems unchanged. You hear no slam. You see no sudden swing, and your heart tries to translate not yet into never. Stop right there and hear me clearly. What you call delay is often me protecting you while I align the answer to arrive without destroying your peace. I am not teasing you. I am timing you. I am timing them. I am timing the room, the resources, the release. I am synchronizing conversations you cannot hear, adjusting calendars you did not create, covering you from harm you have not noticed, and guiding you into readiness you will be grateful for when the door finally opens and you are not overwhelmed by the weight of what walks through. The movement in this hour is quiet movement. The hinge is turning, but it does not shout while it turns. Pay attention to the subtleties. The circle back next week that irritates you becomes the very space where a decision-maker's heart softens. The "we need one more document" becomes the safeguard that catches an error that would have cost you peace later. The "we're postponing the meeting" becomes the day I touch a mind you will sit across from so that favor greets you instead of resistance. A name is mentioned in a room you are not in. A policy is reworded. A file is bumped to the top of a stack. A repair is double-checked. A travel plan is rerouted around a storm you didn't see forming. A yes is being prepared so it does not arrive attached to chaos. These are movements of mercy, not signs of my absence. Do not curse what I slowed to save you. Some doors close because they are counterfeit corridors, glossy entrances that lead to heavy exits. I have blocked rooms that would have flattered you and then demanded your soul. I have withheld a relationship that looked like safety but hid a long erosion. I have delayed a payment that would have funded a purchase that would have chained you to maintenance, debt, and regret. I have confused a manipulator so they could not accurately target your heart. I have paused a platform so your character could root deeper before your voice carried wider. I am not cruel when I close. I am kind. I am not silent when I slow, I am strategic. When I bar a gate, it is mercy. When I ask you to wait, it is preparation. When I turn you away, it is redirection toward a door that can hold your calling without puncturing your peace. I want you to learn the difference between forcing and following. Forcing is when fear dresses itself up as faith and kicks at hinges I have not finished aligning. Following is when trust moves at the pace of my peace and knocks, waits, listens, and steps through when the latch lifts. You have been trained by urgency to believe that speed is victory, but in my kingdom, timing is wisdom and peace is proof. Replace striving prayers with surrender prayers. Instead of repeating, "Make this happen now," begin to say, "Make me ready now, keep me in step." Close what you must, open what you will. Do it in a way that preserves my peace and honors your name. Whisper our anchor sentence until it settles over your reflexes. Lord, I trust your timing, I will obey your voice. If your spirit agrees, type "I trust your timing" so your own eyes witness your surrender. While I move in places you cannot see, I am not asking you to do nothing. I am asking you to do today. Stay faithful in your daily assignments. Keep your hands clean in your work. Finish what is on your desk. Prepare what is in your control. Rest as I told you, because rest is not idleness, it is readiness. Sharpen your skill in the quiet. Keep your budget and your boundary. Nourish your body and your spirit. Tend your relationships with integrity. Answer emails with kindness, not panic. Pack your bag as if you might be called tomorrow. Keep oil in your lamp. Do not borrow from someone else's flame because you frittered away this hour on spirals. I am aligning a moment, and I'm training you to arrive in strength, not in scattered breath. You have asked, if the door is moving, why do I feel the room is the same? Because you are measuring by sight, and I am training you to measure by alignment. Look again for quiet progress. The tone of a previously sharp email softens. A deadline shifts in your favor. A person who never remembered your name greets you with familiarity. The urge to announce yourself calms down. The compulsion to rush weakens. Your heart catches a rhythm with mine. These are signs, too. Heaven rarely bangs pots in hallways. I orchestrate. I set a tempo. I bring the violins in, then the brass, then the percussion, until the melody becomes undeniable and the door opens on beat, not by accident. Hear me. Some of you are tempted to resurrect the battering ram. Put it down. You do not need to barge in when I hold the key. You do not need to charm your way into what favor already has orders to deliver. You do not need to manipulate timelines to prove you are serious. Faith is not frantic. Faith is precise. Faith prepares a table while the oven finishes its work. Faith folds the laundry and answers the phone with gentleness and does the next small obedience while I finish what I started. If you feel the itch to push beyond peace, step back and breathe me in. Say it again. Lord, I trust your timing. I will obey your voice. Let your body learn this sentence. Let your schedule kneel to it. Let your text threads reflect it. If you will wait with me, you are not losing time. You are being braided into mine. Do not mourn a door that keeps stalling as if I abandoned you on the porch. Ask me, is this delay protection or is this door not mine? I will answer in peace. If I say, not this door, release it with gratitude. Do not keep courting rejection to satisfy your pride. If I say, wait, then wait well. Waiting well is active trust. You steward your present with excellence. You keep your words aligned with hope. You resist sarcasm that poisons your own field. You refuse to prophesy disappointment over a day I have already blessed. Type, I will wait well if you choose this posture. Let your agreement break the habit of grumbling. Let heaven and your own heart record your stance. I know what you cannot time. I have already walked the day you are fearing. the phone call that concerns you, the decision that feels out of your hands, the outcome you are bracing against. I am in it, and I am not late. I am adjusting angles so that when the door opens, it does not open into a flood you cannot hold back. I am setting a limit on what could have rushed you. I am weaving mercy into the moment so that you do not sprint into blessing with the same panic that haunted you in waiting. I do not send answers that confiscate the peace I just taught you to protect. Soon you will notice this alignment gather into something unmistakable. What was single-threaded confirmation will begin to layer. A word you heard in quiet will echo from a source you did not prompt. A date will land with meaning. Two separate opportunities will point in the same direction. The witness will not be forced. It will arrive on my rhythm. That is the next sign. I will mark it so clearly that even the part of you that learned to expect disappointment will go quiet and watch. But for now, honor this sign. Do not despise the slow hinge. Do not mislabel alignment as absence. Host your peace. Keep your obedience small and steady. Wait with me on purpose. My child, the door is moving. I am at work behind the scene you can see. I am guarding you from what would have leaked through an early opening. I am arranging good in a way that will not injure your soul. Trust me. Walk with me. Keep our sentence alive on your lips. Lord, I trust your timing. I will obey your voice. And be ready, because when the moment turns, you will not scramble. You will step through and you will know it was me. My child, listen. This is the seventh sign. Confirmation is beginning to appear in layers. Not a single whisper you could dismiss, not a lone coincidence you could explain away, but a stack of witnesses arriving without you forcing them. You think one thought in prayer, and then, within hours, a sermon names the same phrase. And then a friend who does not know what you prayed suddenly uses the same words. And later that day, a message lands in your inbox with a subject line that echoes it again. A date you circled weeks ago resurfaces and aligns with an invitation you did not solicit. A closed loop opens quietly. The theme repeats. The direction narrows. The timing tightens. This is how I speak when I want you to walk forward without flinching. You are not chasing hints. Hints are finding you. You are not manipulating outcomes. Alignment is meeting you on the path. Understand what layered confirmation is and why I send it. It is my way of saying, I heard you, and then saying it again and again, until the part of you that learned to brace for disappointment relaxes into trust. It is me establishing certainty, not confusion, fortifying your faith so you do not sabotage the answer through panic, self-protection, or premature grasping. When I repeat myself through unrelated sources, through scripture you read that morning, through the nudge in your spirit you could not shake, through a conversation you were not expecting, through a timely reminder you did not set, I am surrounding your decision with peace and clarity. I am placing guardrails on both sides of your path, so that when you step sure. Hear me. These layers are not random. One witness can be misunderstood. Two can be debated. But when the refrain continues and it aligns with the peace I already placed within you and the instructions I already gave you, recognize heaven's rhythm. Recognize my kindness. Recognize that this is not the hour to invent new tests, but to honor what I have already made plain. The point of confirmation is not to entertain your curiosity, it is to strengthen your obedience. It is not to replace wisdom, it is to stand beside it. It is not a substitute for my word or for peace in your spirit. It is a companion that says, keep going, stay the course. Do this now, wait here, turn there. Let me give you a picture. Think of layered confirmation like stones across a stream. One stone might wobble under your foot. Two might still feel uncertain. But when I set stone after stone, each one steadying the next, You can cross without thrashing. My peace is the water level. My instructions are the placement. These repeating witnesses are the stones. You do not need to jump wildly from bank to bank anymore. Walk the line I am laying down. Say it with me as you move. Lord, I trust your timing. I will obey your voice. Now hear the caution and hear it with love. Do not chase signs. Do not reduce our relationship to a scavenger hunt where you demand a miracle on every hour to feel safe. If you make confirmation your idol, you will miss my face while counting my fingerprints. I am not calling you to superstition. I am calling you to trust. A fleece laid once to settle a trembling heart is mercy. A fleece laid every morning to avoid faith becomes avoidance. Confirmation supports obedience. It does not replace it. Test what you notice by the peace you carry, by the character of my voice, by sound wisdom, by counsel that honors holiness and humility. If a sign urges secrecy, feeds pride, triggers frenzy, or contradicts the instruction I already gave you, set it down. If a sign requires you to violate integrity or to run ahead of peace, it is not from me. My spirit will never counsel you to compromise what I just cleansed. Here is how you will know these layers are from me. They arrive unforced. They repeat without your fishing. They align with righteousness, with peace, with what I have already told you. They call you to clarity, not chaos. They move you toward humility and obedience, not applause and indulgence. They carry a quiet authority, firm but not frantic. They let you breathe while they make the next step plain. And when you obey, they decrease, because confirmation is meant to shepherd you across a moment, not to become the meal you live on forever. And here is how to respond when you notice them. First, thank me. Gratitude secures guidance. Say it out loud. Even now, if you recognize this sign, thank you for your witness. Second, record it. Write the phrases, the dates, the alignments. Build a simple altar with ink and paper so that when your emotions sway on a windy day, you can point to what I stacked for you and steady yourself. Third, obey the simplest next step that peace and wisdom confirm. Do not announce everything to everyone. Announce your yes to me and take the step I lit. Fourth, guard your mouth and your mind. Do not let sarcasm or fear strip the weight from what I just confirmed. Speak life. Protect your focus. This is the final stretch. It is precious. I am also using these layers to heal a part of you that stopped expecting good news. Every repetition is me tutoring your hope back into song. As you see the pattern repeat, receive more than direction. Receive dignity. You are not forgotten. You are being prepared. You are being guided. You are being protected. I have not ignored your prayer. I have woven answers, and I am walking them to your door on roads of peace, and these confirmations are the footsteps you hear in your hallway. Let that comfort you. Let it also compel you. Do not grow passive under the weight of wonder. Move with me. Some of you are wondering, am I making this up? Am I stretching coincidence into meaning? Ask me this simple prayer. Father, establish this in peace. If your body tightens and your mind scrambles, pause. If peace remains, proceed. And if you need one more layer to settle your heart, ask with humility, not with stubbornness. I know how to steady you without turning our walk into a negotiation. I am patient and I am also precise. I will not blur what I intend to make clear. Trust me to speak, trust yourself to hear when you are quiet before me. Let me also narrow your focus. You do not need to monitor every channel for confirmation. You need to live faithfully and let confirmation meet you in motion. Go to work with integrity. Tend your home with love. Keep your boundaries. Honor the small disciplines I already gave you. As you do, watch how the same theme threads through your day without you searching for it. A phrase in your morning reading returns at lunch in a colleague's sentence and returns again on your evening walk as a sudden inner certainty. This is the witness of heaven walking beside you. This is not pressure, this is presence. Mark this moment together. If you recognize layered confirmation in your life right now, type, "I see the witness." Let your own eyes see your agreement. And to strengthen someone else's faith, share in the comments which sign has been yours in this season. 1 through 7. Your testimony is not a performance. It is a lamp. Hold it up and watch how it lights the next person's steps, while it also steadies your own. My child, when confirmations repeat and align without you forcing them, heaven is witnessing to you. I heard you. I am not teasing your heart. I am training your hope. I am not dangling answers. I am delivering them at a pace that preserves your peace. Keep our sentence within reach and let it shape your day. Lord, I trust your timing. I will obey your voice. Record the layers. Honor them with obedience. Refuse to chase them into obsession. Guard your mouth and your mind, because what you host within will frame how you carry what I am placing in your hands. The witness is speaking. The path is straightening. Walk with me, and you will not miss your moment. My child, now hear me with holy attention. Guard your mouth and your mind, because the enemy targets the final stretch. When the answer is near, discouragement tries to surge. When the hinge is almost fully turned, accusation gets loud. This is the hour when old habits try to reappear and write captions over what I am birthing. And if you are careless with your words and thoughts, you will bruise what is arriving by naming it with fear before it can stand under blessing. I am not frightening you. I am fathering you. The closer you are to breakthrough, the more vital it is that you host it with alignment. If you protect your words and thoughts now, you protect the answer that is already approaching. Recognize the pattern. There is a particular fatigue that lives right before joy surfaces, a heaviness that whispers, "Why keep going?" There is a temptation to narrate your expectation with complaint, to prophesy disappointment over your own day because you are tired of hoping, to say things like, "Nothing ever changes," or "I knew this would fall apart." My child, stop. Do not speak death over what I have brought to the edge of life. Do not drag yesterday's grief into tomorrow's sunrise and then blame the dawn for looking dim. I am teaching you the discipline of declaration because your tongue builds the rails your future rides on. I am not exaggerating the power I placed in your mouth. Do not speak what you fear, speak what you believe. Practice this exchange with me. Replace the spiral with covenant language. When your heart says, "I feel anxious," answer, "God is with me. His peace steadies me now." When your mind says, "Nothing changes," answer, "God is working even when I cannot see." When shame murmurs, "I always mess this up," answer, "God is training me in wisdom. I am growing in grace." When time taunts, "It's too late," answer, "God's timing fits me and finds me right on time." When pressure shouts, "I can't handle this," answer, "With God's help, I can do the next faithful step." When cynicism says, "They don't care," answer, "God is my advocate. He opens hearts and shuts schemes." When weariness whispers, "Maybe I should quit," answer, "I will wait well and obey the next step." When dread hisses, "I knew this would fall apart," answer, "What God begins, He faithfully brings to completion." Put these exchanges in your mouth until your reflex is faith, not fear. If your heart agrees to this discipline, type, "I will guard my mouth and mind," so your own eyes witness your vow. Understand why I am asking this of you. Your words are not decorations, they are doors. Your thoughts are not background noise, they are blueprints. When you grumble, you invite grit into the gears. When you rehearse failure as identity, you contour your hope to match defeat. Do you see it? I am not policing you. I am protecting you. I am not demanding performance. I am inviting partnership. The answer I am walking toward you is sensitive to atmosphere. It thrives in gratitude, in peace, in clear obedience. It stumbles under constant cynicism, sarcasm, and self-sabotage. Host it well. Set boundaries like a guardian at a gate. Limit voices that feed unbelief. Mute the account that parades comparison into your spirit every morning. Step back from the chat that thrives on complaints and calls it processing. Stop rereading painful messages as if they were prophecy. Delete the screenshot you keep reopening to feel vindicated in your bitterness. Throw away the mental file where you store the worst moment as proof you will not be answered. Starve the cycle that keeps you stuck. You are not being rude. You are being wise. You are curating the soundscape of your soul, so my voice remains the loudest and clearest. Also, steward your inner conversation. When you catch your thoughts sprinting toward a familiar cliff, stop them. Say out loud, "No, I will not rehearse defeat." Then replace it with our anchor sentence, "Lord, I trust your timing. I will obey your voice." Let this be your morning covering and your evening seal. Speak it before the meeting, on the walk, in the car, in the kitchen. Whisper it when your chest tightens. Write it where your eyes cannot avoid it. Let your nervous system learn the cadence of trust. Faith is not only what you feel, it is what you practice. I will give you a simple rhythm for the next 7 days. In the morning, bless your day before it begins. I bless my mind with peace, my mouth with truth, and my steps with obedience. At midday, take 1 minute to realign. I break agreement with fear. I agree with God's wisdom. In the evening, protect the night. I release today to you. I refuse to carry tomorrow's battles into night's rest. Keep it small. Keep it steady. Little gates can guard big gardens. Guard also the sacredness of silence. Not every thought deserves airtime. Not every progress point requires a post. Some of your strength has been leaking through over-talking your process. Explaining, defending, seeking validation. This is a final stretch trap. Say less, obey more, let fruit testify. I did not instruct you to invite a panel to vote on your next obedient step. Counsel is wise. Crowds can dilute conviction. Keep confidences with me. Bring one trusted voice if I lead you, but shut the door to the chorus that confuses your peace. Child, I see the wounds that make this guarding feel hard. I see the bruise of promises that seem to vanish. I see the ache of prayers that met silence for a season. Shame has sat heavy, telling you that if you had been stronger or better, you would not be here still waiting. Disappointment has trained your lips to brace, to soften the blow of a no by speaking it first yourself. Spiritual fatigue has made your thoughts feel heavy as stones. Hear me. I am not shaming you. I am shepherding you. I am not angry at your tiredness. I am present in it. I am not measuring you by your most panicked sentence. I am forming you by my faithful presence. Let me lift this weight. Before we pray together, I want to break the agreements you made with despair. Say this softly, where you are. I withdraw my words that cursed my day. I cancel my partnership with fear. I forgive myself for speaking from pain. I receive the mercy of God over my mouth and mind. If that resonates, type I break agreement with fear. Let the act of naming it be the first brick pulled from the wall that tried to keep you from joy. I am not merely correcting your vocabulary, I am healing your expectancy. I am restoring your delight in good news. I am teaching you to dream without dread, to hope without flinching, to speak with tenderness and power. Remember, complaint is not the same as honesty. You can bring me your pain without prophesying doom over your future. Tell me where it hurts. I am safe. But when you step away from that place of surrender, do not carry complaint like a banner over your day. Carry covenant. Carry the sentence we share. Choose watchfulness at the thresholds of your eyes and ears. Choose songs that build faith. Choose conversations that honor holiness and hope. Choose to walk away from entertainment that stirs envy, lust, rage, or numbness, because what you feed will form your reflex in the hour of pressure. You are closer than you know. The wind is shifting in your favor, and peace is settling as a sign. Guard it. Tend it like flame in a gentle breeze. Put your yes into practice by controlling your gates. Let your mind contemplate what is pure and life-giving. Let your mouth release blessing over what I am sending. Speak over the answer even now. You will arrive in peace. You will fit me. You will not injure my soul. These are not wishes. They are agreements with how I deliver. We are about to step into a moment of healing for the part of you that stopped expecting good news. That wound has been loud, and I am ready to quiet it. But first, keep your stance. Guard your mouth and your mind. Hold the line with me. Keep our sentence on your lips. Lord, I trust your timing. I will obey your voice. The enemy targeted this final stretch because he recognizes what you are carrying. Now you recognize it too. Stand with me, speak with me, think with me, and watch how you finish strong. My child, come closer. Let me heal the part of you that stopped expecting good news. You learned to lower your expectations so the fall would not be so hard, and you have called it being realistic. But beneath that label there is a wound. There is a place where disappointment taught you to dim the light before the night came, where you rehearsed a speech that protected you from hope so you would not have to taste sorrow again. I see that speech. I have listened, even when you did not say it out loud. You told yourself, don't get carried away, don't set your heart on it, don't expect too much. You made a vow to survive what hurt you. I honor the fight that kept you breathing. Now I am inviting you to live. I was there every time you hoped and got hurt. I was there when you glanced at the clock and whispered, maybe today, and the day ended in silence. I was there when you checked your phone again to see if the message came through and pretended not to care when it didn't. I was there in the waiting room when you stared at the same stain on the ceiling because looking at faces made you cry. I was there when you pressed send on a prayer that felt too simple for such a big ache, and when you deleted a paragraph because you feared you were asking for too much. I remember the list you did not show anyone. I remember the night you said, if I am wrong, please hold me anyway. I have held you. Not one tear has been ignored. Not one soft dream has been mocked by me. I am not cruel, and I did not turn away. Hear me, unanswered does not mean unloved. Delay does not mean unworthy. The timeline you prayed against is not a judgment against your value. You are not a burden. You are my beloved. You are not an afterthought. You are my priority in every breath I give you. I am near to you now, not because you finally performed well enough to deserve me, but because I am a father who does not abandon his child in the hallway between promise and appearance. Shame will not shepherd you anymore. Shame tells you to make yourself small so you can avoid being seen in your longing. I am telling you to lift your head and let me see you fully. I am not embarrassed by how much you wanted this. I am not offended by your ache. Let me put my hand on the place that flinches. Hear what I say over it. You did not break this. You did not ruin your future with a single mistake beyond repair. You did not mishear me so catastrophically that there is no way back. I am a redeemer by nature. I retrieve, I restore, I realign. I am not only answering your prayer, I am restoring your ability to believe me again. This is not positive thinking. This is healing. This is not denial. This is deliverance from dread. I am exchanging the armor you crafted from cynicism for a shield made of trust. Your realism has been a strong room with no windows. My hope is a home with doors and light and a table set with daily bread. Hope, as I give it, is not control. It is not you clutching a clock and counting the seconds with fury. Hope is trust in my character, expectation settled in my goodness, confidence that even before your eyes see, I am working for your peace. Hope is permission to breathe again. Hope is the gentle stretch of your heart that says, even if I cannot script the path, I can rest in the one who holds it. Do you feel the difference? Control tenses your shoulders and narrows your vision until all you can see is failure waiting. My hope relaxes your chest and widens your sight until you notice kindness reappearing in corners you forgot to check. Let me put that hope back inside of you. To do this, we will release some things. First, release the inner vow that said, I will not get my hopes up. That promise has kept you from the very strength you need to endure this final stretch. It felt wise, it was protective, but it has also numbed your joy and muted your prayers. Say this with me in your heart. I lay down the vow that fear taught me. I welcome holy hope. Second, release the accusation you turned toward yourself. You are not the villain of this story. You are a son, a daughter, standing with me in a process that has stretched you. Forgive yourself for the moments you panicked or spoke from pain. I forgive you, and I am not tallying those hours against you. Third, release the offense you carried toward time. Time is not your master, I am. Time obeys me. I am not late, I am intentional. Now invite me into the exact memory where your trust unraveled. Go there with me, the conversation that collapsed, the door that shut, the test that returned negative, or the bill that arrived at the worst moment, the call that never came, the year that dissolved without the breakthrough you expected. Take my hand and walk back into that room in your mind, and let me speak a new sentence over it. Where you heard never, I speak not yet, not like that, but better. Where you heard forgotten, I speak protected, preserved, prepared. Where you heard it's over, I speak I am not finished and I do not waste. Let this re-narration lift the weight that has been sitting on your chest. Do not mistake this healing for pressure. I am not pushing you to perform faith. I am inviting you to receive it. Faith is not a face you put on for me. It is a gift I put in you. You do not have to pretend you are not afraid. You can bring the fear to me and watch it lose its language in my presence. If the tears come, let them. Tears are often the thaw of hope returning. If your hands tremble, place them on your heart and breathe with me. I am not in a hurry. I am thorough. I am touching layers that have been frozen for a long time. And where there is numbness, I am restoring feeling, not to torment you, but to let joy have room again. You will know this healing is taking root when small things begin to feel different. You will bless others without jealousy strangling your throat. You will find yourself smiling when you think of tomorrow instead of flinching. Your mind will not sprint to worst case as quickly. It will wander toward, what if goodness meets me? You will rest, and actually rest. You will not need to refresh for news as often, because you will be settled that I can reach you when it is time. You will hear instructions and not argue with them for hours. You will say, yes, Lord, more easily, and you will keep your word to the peace we share. Let me also speak directly to the lie that tells you, if you hope and it fails again, you will break for good. I am the one who holds what breaks, and I do not let you shatter irretrievably. I am the one who binds up hearts, who collects tears, who steadies hands. You are not a fragile glass I am careless with. You are a living temple I indwell. My presence makes you resilient without hardening you into stone. Soft does not mean weak. It means alive. I am making you alive again. If your heart agrees, whisper this now, slowly, not as performance, but as permission. Lord, I welcome your hope. I renounce the vow to never expect. I receive your tenderness where I shut down. Heal my disappointments. Wash shame from me. Restore my trust. If something in you loosens as you say it, stay there a moment. I am moving. If your courage can stretch a little more, type, I receive hope, so your own eyes see you choose it. This is not a trick. It is a witness to yourself that you are crossing a threshold with me. Listen to me. I am not only answering your prayer, I am restoring your ability to believe me again. I am resetting the instrument of your expectation, so it sings true in this final stretch. The signs I have given you, the peace I have planted, the instructions I am clarifying, these are not toys to distract you. They are tools to carry you. Guard them. And as hope rises, do not let impatience hijack it. Hope is steady. Hope is humble. Hope honors timing and obeys quietly. Hope pairs with wisdom and walks, one faithful step at a time. Now together we will seal this healing with declaration. Not begging but agreement. Not frenzy but faith. Take a breath and come into alignment with me. Put our shared sentence on your lips once more. Lord, I trust your timing. I will obey your voice. Let it be the banner over your day and the bed for your night. In the next breath, you will speak with me, and we will call the answer to manifest in peace. And as you declare, you will not be trying to pry open a locked door. You will be meeting what heaven has already set in motion. Stay with me now. Open your mouth with reverence and courage. We will pray, and we will finish this stretch in peace. My child, stay with me now and do not move on. We will pray together, and I will put words in your mouth that agree with what I have already released. Place your hand over your heart. Breathe slowly. Inhale my peace. Exhale the strain you were never meant to carry. Whisper your request to me right now. Say it plainly, call it by name, and bring it into the light of my presence. I am here and I am listening. Now repeat this with me, line by line. Speak slowly, do not rush. Let every word be weight you place on the truth I am establishing in you. Father, thank you. Thank you for seeing me, for hearing me, for keeping me. Thank you for ordering my steps when I did not know which way to turn. Thank you for the breath in my lungs, the strength in my bones, and the peace that keeps visiting my anxious places. Thank you that you receive every prayer that rises from a sincere heart. Father, I surrender. I surrender my timeline, my preferences, my urge to control the outcome. I surrender the scripts I wrote in fear. I surrender the need to explain everything to everyone. I place my request in your hands again, and I place my heart in your hands with it. I yield to your wisdom. I yield to your way. I lay down panic. I lay down striving. I lay down the story that says I must rescue myself. I choose your yoke. I choose your rest. Father, I believe. I declare by faith that you hear me when I call. I declare that you strengthen me when I am weak. I declare that you make a way where I cannot see a path. I declare that your peace stands guard over my heart and mind, like a watchman at night. I declare that you are faithful and you do not forget the work of love done in your name. I declare that what you began in me, you will carry to completion in your timing. I am not chasing an answer. I am meeting what heaven has already released over my life. Father, I commit to obey. I will do the next faithful step you show me. I will guard my mouth and my mind. I will speak life over what you are sending. I will hold my boundaries with peace. I will honor your instructions, even when they are small or unseen by others. I will tend the discipline of daily trust. I will practice our anchor sentence. Lord, I trust your timing. I will obey your voice. I will not argue with peace. I will not negotiate with fear. I choose alignment. Father, protect me. Cover my mind from tormenting thoughts. Shield my home with your presence. Surround this answer with your peace, so that it arrives in order and rests without injury. Cut off every plan designed to distract, delay, or distort what you are delivering. Keep my feet from traps, keep my eyes from deception, keep my heart from bitterness. Let your light expose what should not follow me into this new place. Preserve the work you are doing in me and through me. Breathe again, slowly. Let the weight of these words settle deep. I am with you, and I am sealing this. Now speak these declarations with strength. Let them ring in your own ears so your heart hears your faith. My prayer was heard, my steps are ordered, my heart is guarded. My answer will arrive in God's timing. Say it again slower. My prayer was heard, my steps are ordered, my heart is guarded. My answer will arrive in God's timing. If your spirit agrees, type I agree in faith. Let your agreement be visible to your own eyes. My child, I want you to know why this prayer matters. Gratitude opens the door, surrender lays down the weight. Faith speaks what is true before it is visible. Obedience walks where truth points. Protection keeps what I place in your hands from being bruised by fear. This is not a performance. This is partnership. Remember what I have been teaching you. When you declare in faith and walk in obedience, you are not chasing an answer. You are meeting what heaven already released for you. Let me give you a simple order to carry every day for the next 7 days. Keep it brief, keep it steady, and let consistency build the floor beneath your feet. Each morning, before you scroll or speak to anyone else, place your hand over your heart and say, Father, thank you. I bless this day. I bless my mind with peace, my mouth with truth, and my steps with obedience. Lord, I trust your timing. I will obey your voice. Then name your request once in plain language and release it back to me. Do not rehearse anxiety, rehearse gratitude. At midday, take 1 minute to breathe and realign. Whisper, I break agreement with fear. I receive wisdom and peace now. If tension rises, speak this quietly. I am being strengthened. The way is being made. Peace is standing guard. Let the tension leave your body as you exhale. Let expectancy return without strain. In the evening, protect your rest. Before you sleep, say, I release this day to you. I forgive who I need to forgive. I receive your peace for my night. I refuse to carry tomorrow's battles into tonight's rest. Repeat our 4 seals softly. My prayer was heard. My steps are ordered. My heart is guarded. My answer will arrive in God's timing. And then sleep under that banner. During these 7 days, record what you notice. Write the instructions I give you. Note the moments of peace that arrive in former storm places. Capture the layered confirmations you see, so your memory has an altar to return to when feelings shift. Keep your words clean. Keep your thoughts guarded. Keep your steps simple and faithful. You do not need to force anything. You need to walk with me. If doubt tries to return, come back to this moment. Revisit these words and pray them again. Do not argue with yourself for hours. Return to peace in minutes. Open your mouth and say, Lord, I trust your timing. I will obey your voice. And let that sentence steady the room inside of you. If you feel panic trying to narrate your day, interrupt it and speak. My prayer was heard. My steps are ordered. My heart is guarded. My answer will arrive in God's timing. Type I receive peace when you feel it land, because even a small act of agreement helps anchor your heart. I am also sending you as a witness. When the answer manifests, whether in a step forward, a door opening, a settled decision, or a full arrival, testify. Tell it plainly and humbly. Share which sign met you. Say what I did. Your words will become a lamp for someone else's path as they wait. If you already see movement, type testimony is coming, and when it breaks fully, return and write what I have done. Your testimony is not for applause, it is for alignment. Let us seal this once more and let your voice be the amen to what I am arranging. Speak after me. Father, thank you for hearing me. I surrender my timing to your timing. I believe you strengthen me, make a way for me, and give me peace that steadies my heart and mind. I commit to obey the next step you reveal. Protect me and what you are sending. My prayer was heard. My steps are ordered. My heart is guarded. My answer will arrive in God's timing. I meet what heaven has released, and I walk in peace. Stay still for a moment. Breathe. Feel how your chest loosens when you refuse to wrestle with shadows. This is how you finish the final stretch. Mouth guarded, mind guarded, feet obedient, heart at peace. I am with you in this. I am before you, behind you, beside you, and within you. I am guiding and confirming. I am protecting and providing. Go in the strength of these words. For the next 7 days, keep this pattern. When you are tempted to spiral, return here. When you are strengthened, keep moving. When the answer lands, lift your voice and testify. Because what I do in you, I am also doing through you for others. Now, let your amen be loud enough for your own soul to hear it. Say amen, type amen, and step into the day with me. Your prayer was heard. Your steps are ordered. Your heart is guarded. Your answer will arrive in my timing, and it will arrive in peace.